now we're going to go into November. We're almost done. Let's see, what does November have for you guys? And now we're further in the year, so now I'm just like I'm starting to like feel the drain here. But let's see, it's a year from now, so let's see what can come up a year from now, at least from the time that I'm recording this. Okay, so once again, I dropped a ton of cards. So I would just take note of every time I drop cards and for the month that I drop them. So I dropped them for November here. Okay, so we actually got two cards. The first one is the Seven of Pentacles. And then the second one is the Magician. All right, so okay, so let's say you've been saving up all your money, let's say all year. In October, you're able to reap the rewards, you're able to go on vacation. I would say November would be a time to like quite literally look at your finances again and make sure you didn't overspend. If you have a credit card, be careful, but maybe put things on credit so you could pay off over time. Maybe you could just be getting ready for taxes. So that could just be really specific to like whoever that like this really applies to. If you have, I feel like if you have a lot of money, this applies to you, like, you know, you're just filthy rich or something. But at the same time, this is like getting your ducks in the row. It's about overseeing. It's before the harvest essentially, and it's like taking stock of what's available. Okay, so the Empress too, I would even say, is a card of saving. So even if you do come to October and open up your piggy bank, it doesn't mean you should just spend it, right? But it should definitely mark a milestone in your year overall with however that manifests for you. And then November is a time to really take stock and to really think about what you got, and also think about the next year coming up in 2026. I feel it's going to be on your mind. I feel like this year is going to start to really wrap up for you in November, and it's like you're going to look back on the year and look at everything you've acquired, look at everything you've let go of. And so like this card, I feel like you're just like spreadsheets and like goal planning and like writing things down, like finances especially. There's just like documentation going on here. So now I feel like maybe there's people immigrating or people who have visas or something like that. So maybe there's issues with that, or maybe there's a renewal or something, or yeah, like that's really specific. We do have the Magician as well. And so, you know, this is about manifesting and it's about bringing things into existence. And so you want to multiply this, whatever this is. It's not time to harvest, but at the same time, it's not so much about harvesting. Okay, I don't know. It's hard to explain. So I'll just say that this is what you got to work with. And so whatever you got to work with is how effective this Magician energy is going to be for you in November. If you don't have much to work with, then I mean, you could still manifest a lot, but it's kind of like that whole thing where who doesn't want $1 million and who doesn't want to manifest $1 million? But what are you doing to get that $1 million, right? Like, how realistic is that for you? You can't just wish and hope and pray $1 million into your life. I mean, maybe you can, but if you're not really doing anything, like if you just expect it to fall into your lap, it's probably not going to happen. And so whatever you got to work with is what the Magician within you and in your life has to work with. Okay, it could just be spirit, like higher, you know, your guides, or just like a higher spirit. Like this is what you give the universe to work with. So it might be a spooky month. It might be kind of eerie, like paranormal. I mean, we do start in Scorpio season when we start November. Yeah, it could also just be like another transitional month. Okay, probably just the beginning of the month. And then we hit into the magician here. Yeah, so just get things in order, get things in line, and then by the end of November, it should be all sorted out and things should start really like showing up in your life as well. So that's another message. Somebody or something can show up in your life at the end of November. Something you've manifested, whether consciously or unconsciously, or it's, if you're deterministic, then it's just the universe, like, it's inevitable. So yeah, that's really interesting.